Novo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment. As many of you may not know, the Oscars were last weekend, and I don't actually think anybody was watching. Like, literally, I think maybe they had like 2 people tune in. I remember, I think my mom used to really like watching the Oscars, but I think that was like at a time where there were movies that like we actually saw. Nowadays, it's just movies I've literally I hadn't heard of any of the movies that were actually up for an Oscar. Maybe that's just me being an uncultured swine, but yeah, I feel like they're largely irrelevant. I feel like it's just incredibly rich and wealthy people patting each other on the ass for being incredibly rich and wealthy. But also, I don't like how fucking preachy these people are. I never have. I don't like people that are in positions of incredible wealth, power, and privilege, who look down on people and basically preach to them about how they should be better, right? Your opinion's one thing, but like literally preaching down on people that you see as beneath you is just kind of like, I feel like you should get slapped in the face for that kind of crap. But anyways, what really annoys me about these people isn't just that. It's basically this story right here. Ellie's homeless reportedly booted from encampment before Oscars ceremony, right? So, I always see like these people in Hollywood, they like to talk down to people about how they can do a better job. The whole joke about being, a silver spoon socialist, right? We did down with capitalism while, being fucking uber wealthy and crap. But this entire story is just infuriating. I moved from California. I was in the Bay Area, San Francisco. LA is Southern California, but one thing that state has is just rampant homelessness, right? And nobody does anything to actually solve for the problem. But they decided that they were going to host the Oscars in a new location. The only problem was right next to the location where the Oscars were was a massive homeless encampment, right? And there are so many ways in which the people there, the people attending, could have gone about this situation. But as you can see by the title for the article, what they did was throw out all the homeless, not because they wanted to host the Oscars where the homeless people were. Like, the encampment was not on top of where they were hosting the Oscars, but it was next to it, right? And they couldn't stand the idea of these filthy, dirty homeless people being anywhere near them while they're doing their photo shoots, right? I mean, just disgusting fucking behavior. We're going to read the article. You're going to find, it's not like they asked them politely to move, or they, paid them and then kind of, pushed them out. Let's just go through it because it's really going to piss you off. The city of LA allegedly kicked homeless people out of an encampment next to this year's Academy Awards venue to present a glitzy image while in the natural spotlight, according to a report Sunday. Scores of homeless people, many living in tents near the Union Station building in downtown LA, were allegedly threatened and ordered to leave in the days leading up to the star-studded event, according to Fox 11 Los Angeles, so the local news. Yeah, they were threatened and forced to leave, and they're going to explain how, right? They actually had a statement from one of the homeless men in the encampment that was forced out. They came to us about a week ago saying that we had to move out by Friday, 6 p.m. because they were trying to clean up for the Oscars, a homeless man identified as DJ told the station. They told us if we didn't move, they were going to just demolish our stuff, and that you have warrants, we're going to take you to jail. So, right, because these incredibly rich and wealthy people wanted to host their event at a new location, they decided to go harass the homeless people who they refused to do anything to help, right? And force them to leave where they are living, right? Which is their encampments. And if they didn't leave, They promised to destroy everything that they had, which is barely anything to begin with, and arrest anyone who they find has a warrant, right? So they're going to destroy their things, lock them up, unless they get the fuck out of the way, because, you know, these rich, wealthy, elite assholes want to do their photo shoots without the dirty, filthy, homeless people nearby. I mean, it is literally infuriating to read this shit. Some homeless folks were relocated to a nearby hotel in an effort to clean up the area's look before the Tinseltown A-listers flocked to 93rd Annual 93rd Annual Academy Awards, which will be held Sunday at Union Station. They were coming and harassing us 3 or 4 times a day. Just beautiful look. They forced us to go to the Grand Hotel on 3rd and Figueroa, and they kicked everybody out of Union Station so it looked better for the image. DJ has been living on 101 Freeway Overpass. 101 Freeway Overpass. God, it's been so long since I've been in California. 1 block away from Union Station, an area that for months has been plagued by homelessness, according to the station. Homeless rights activists said the city has a history of sweeping the problem under the rug. Yeah, so essentially the way that they do that is they have all these big events in LA, right? Hollywood and everything. And when the when the big celebrities and everything, they want to like go somewhere and, you know, have a bunch of cameras nearby, they basically, you know, ensure that the homeless people are nowhere near the area. It's really dehumanizing, right? You know, I listen to these people preach about how much better they are than everybody else, right? While having so much more than everyone else. And it's like, give these people money, buy them fucking homes. Like, you assholes can clearly afford it, right? Give them a place to stay. Build them an area where they can go to. Don't fucking go to people already living on the streets, harass them 3 to 4 times a day, and threaten to have them arrested and destroy their belongings, right? Like, that's just fucked up. That's really fucked up. These people are really fucked up. I was taken aback by the report. We have history in Los Angeles. That's what led to a place called Skid Row. Andy Bales of the homeless advocacy group Union Rescue Mission said of the city's notoriously dilapidated and drug-ridden tent colony. Bales said LA has been faking its glamorous image when at the center of major national events for decades, including when the Pope came to the city in 1987. Yeah, like, this has literally been a problem in LA for decades, and they just pretend like it doesn't exist, okay? And recently, now that they wanted to do the Oscars, they forced out an entire homeless encampment, right? I don't see how you can, like, fucking treat people like that, right? I don't, you know, in San Francisco, actually specifically East Bay, Berkeley, there are these massive homeless encampments, right? I would say like stretch for like a mile or so. And people in Berkeley will avoid the area for the most part, but nobody goes there and harasses the people that are there. They genuinely, you know, have that area kind of on lockdown. Nobody goes in there and bothers them. Police don't go in there and bother them. But LA, right, because there's so many events that happen there, and they don't want to do anything to help the homeless out. Actually, I think Seagull Says during our stream said something I thought was great, which was they need the homeless because without the homeless, they wouldn't be able to bitch about the homelessness population and how, you know, they need help, right? Like, dude, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting that the wealthiest people in the nation basically showed up, threw these people out under threats of imprisonment and destruction of the little property that they have left. Anyways, guys, you let me know in the comment section what you think. I find this just to be, like, completely inhumane, but I'm sure someone's got a different perspective, and I'd love to hear it.
Let that shit bang.